All right, we're going to begin with China, where moments ago President Trump gave a toast at a state banquet in his honor in Beijing. He called the Chinese leader a friend and invited him to the U.S. in September. This is a crucial summit for both countries with a lot on the line. While President Trump says the talks went, quote, great, President Xi had a blunt warning for the U.S. over Taiwan. CBS Evening News anchor Tony DeCopel begins our coverage from Taiwan's capital. Tony, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Adriana, and good morning from Liberty Square here in Taipei. And liberty is really what the people here of Taiwan hope to hold on to. They're worried that China won't allow them to do that. And what they're wondering today is whether the U.S. is going to play a role in all of this. President Trump, as you mentioned, is at that banquet right now with Xi Jinping in Beijing after meeting earlier as well with the president of China. As we've come to understand it, the food is being served over there, but the worst fear of the people of Taiwan is that they're, in fact, on the menu. And here's why. After the communists won China's civil war in 1949, the defeated leader and his followers fled to this island about 100 miles off the coast of mainland China. And since then, it's become a thriving, self-governing democracy. China, though, wants it back, and it hopes that President Trump will help or at least not defend it if war breaks out. And today, President Xi of China put it bluntly, calling this issue of Taiwan the most important one between his country and ours. And according to Chinese state media, he had a warning for President Trump that, quote, clashes and even conflicts could result if the issue isn't, quote, handled properly. We have a team of correspondents on this major story, and we're going to begin with Weijia Jiang, who is across the strait in Beijing for us. Weijia, good morning.
Good morning. This is President Trump's first time back in Beijing in nearly a decade, and China set the stage for his day-and-a-half visit with Chinese President Xi Jinping with an elaborate and precisely choreographed welcome ceremony before the two leaders had those intense talks that lasted for just over 2 hours. Chinese President Xi Jinping walked down the steps of Beijing's Great Hall of the People, waiting for the arrival of his guest, President Donald Trump. The world's two most powerful leaders shared a long handshake and took a lap along the red carpet. Trump was met with cheers from children waving American flags before they headed inside.
We should be partners, not rivals.
There, they stressed the importance of cooperation.
It's an honor to be with you. It's an honor to be your friend. And the relationship between China and the USA is going to be better than ever before.
The White House says both presidents agreed on the need for China to buy more U.S. agricultural products. Overnight, China approved export licenses for more than 400 American beef processing plants, according to customs data. For Xi, Taiwan is top of mind. China wants reunification. And for the U.S. to stop selling arms to the self-governing island. Chinese state media says Xi raised the issue today, warning differences could bring the U.S. and China into, quote, conflict. But Trump declined to say whether it was discussed.
Mr. President, did you talk about Taiwan?
And the White House did not mention Taiwan in the formal summary of their meeting. It did include the war in Iran, saying Xi agreed with Trump that the Strait of Hormuz must remain open and that Iran can never have a nuclear weapon.
We had extremely positive and productive conversations and meetings today with the Chinese delegation.
Those conversations will continue tomorrow over a working lunch and tea ceremony. President Trump is not likely to leave China with any major announcements or agreements on those thorny foreign policy issues, although he has invited Xi to visit the U.S. in late September.
And we'll be covering it. Weijia, thank you very much.